What's up, YouTube? What's up, world? How y'all doing today? Today we doing something different, y'all. I'm gonna start processing stories inside of my life, okay? So I've been getting these crazy requests from shout out to Tyra Johnson. I've been getting this request for since I started my YouTube page. She's been requesting to tell this story. So I'm gonna try to tell this story and I'm gonna just see how it goes, where it goes, and if you guys are interested in like this story, then I'll continue to do more. But today's story isn't about fights or anything like that. It's just about a real life event that happened in my life that a bunch of people in my local community or outside of the surrounding communities, they know about, they heard about, and this happened when I was younger. Okay. This is called let's just say the $100,000 mistake. All right. Now, everything, the crime that was committed inside of this, I've been penalized for it. It's well over the 7-year mark, but I already did my time for it. But anyways, trust me, you do not want to go anywhere. This story right here is very true. It's very real, and a lot of people know about this, but they probably did not know it was myself and my twin brother. But I hate to say this, but yours truly was the mastermind behind the ordeal. Okay, so I know you're gonna be like, "What? You're telling the story when I was 12 years old." Okay, and somehow, some way, I came up on all of this money, all of this money. I'm talking about me, my. Just stay tuned. You want to hear the story? You want to keep going? You want to know how? You want to know what's going on? How I acquired this money? What happened to the money? Well, guess what? Tuned in because this is part one of this story. All right, here we go. All right, now mind you, this story takes place when I'm 12 years old, and I'm going to try to reenact. I'm going to try to do the voice. I'm going to try to do everything to the T to put you vividly there. Okay, please do not go anywhere. The story starts now. All right, boom. Hold on. Make sure everything is intact. Okay. Now, I'm 12 years old. I'm on punishment. Okay. Dad says, go to your room. I forget what I was on punishment for, but listen, y'all, it's freaking hot outside. It's the summertime. It's lit. I think it's like July, maybe August. Yo, it's lit out. Everybody's outside. It's nice. Da-da-da-da. I got sent to my room. I'm sick. Now, look, in my room, I have the back room. All right. There's a front room and then there's a back room on the third floor. I'm on the third floor. The back room, when you look out the window, you see nothing. Okay. You see nothing but other people's back doors. All right. So it's really nothing to look at on the outside, like outside looking out. Like, my room is the worst room in the house to get on punishment on, okay? Because you see nothing outside the windows. Nobody's coming back to come see you. None of that. All you see is like people's backyard and grass and stuff like that. You don't see any pedestrians. You don't see any citizens. Like, basically, like, you're locked up, okay? So I'm sitting there. I'm on punishment. Now, you already know the worst part of the punishment is the first few hours, okay? When it sets in like, oh, man, I'm on punishment. And the dad that I got, you don't get no date or no time or none of that whenever you on punishment. You don't get none of that. You know what you get? Whenever he feel like you ready. So that could be the next day, or that could be the next month, or that could be the next year. That's how it depends on how he feel. So with him, when you're on punishment, the first day's the worst because it's going to be a while before you get off. Because for him to put you on punishment, that means you didn't get a beating. And if you didn't get a beating, your punishment, sitting on punishment, is worse. Most of the time, I'd rather get a beating. Get that over with. Let me get back outside. But anyway, so sitting down, I go to my window. I'm like, all right, y'all can't see the window, but I'm over at my window. I'm looking out my boring window. All right, matter of fact, how am I turn? All right, which way was the window? All right, anyway, y'all the window. I'm out my window. I'm looking out my window. I'm like, I remember his last words. His last words was, next time you see outside, it's going to be to go to the bus stop. Those are his last words. The next time you go outside or see the outside, it's going to be when people are at the bus stop. That means he's telling me I'm going to be in this room for the whole summer. And it's summertime right now. Oh, no. So long story short, I'm looking out my window. So I remember his last words. So one thing about me as a young mischievous child, I always try to beat the odds. Whatever you say don't push that red button. I was the guy. I was him. I was whatever happened, I pushed it. Okay. So when dad always said, like, you ain't gonna be outside, you can't go outside under no circumstance, you won't see outside. I always try to beat the odds. I always try to figure out a way to come out on top. All right. So my way of coming out on top was going outside. Now, I wasn't stupid. I wasn't about to walk out the front door when he just put me on punishment. No. I'm gonna go out this window right here, and ain't nobody gonna know I'm outside. But guess what? I'm outside, and nobody's gonna know. But I beat the odds. So what I do? I go open the window. I look outside. No dad. Slide out. I'm on the roof. Now our roofs are connected. All right. Next door to us is this I think he's like 96-year-old man. All right. He's next door to us. All right. Now, that was our neighbor the whole time I've been here. So now I'm just sitting on my roof. In fact, I need a chair. I'm just sitting on my roof, being a little mischievous kid, beating the odds. I feel like I got over. I'm happy. I'm outside, even though nobody knows. It's okay. But reality is, I'm still here. All right. I'm still locked in. But I'm on the roof. So I'm sitting here. I'm like, I'm looking all over, but I still listen out. Just in case I hear dad, I'm still by the window. So if I hear any creeps up the steps or anything, I hurry up, run and jump on the bed. As soon as I open my window, I could jump right in on my bed, act like I was just sitting there looking out the window the whole time. So boom, I hear a little noise. I'm like, what the heck? All right, I'm cool. So I just stand up on the roof, looking around. I start to walk in along the roof. Now, the roof, you can walk on my side and my next door neighbor's side. But on the left side of mine, the way I'm standing this way, the left side of mine is the garbage pail for, basically, those are the spaces in between the houses. It's two houses conjoined, and then it's a space for the garbage. All right? Y'all there with me? You better be. So I'm sitting on my roof. So I get up, I start walking. I'm just looking around, looking at how far I can go, peering over the edge as close as I can go. Then I'm mischievous. I'm a Virgo. I got ADHD. I'm on punishment. So I look at my neighbor, and his window has a screen on it. Like, it's one of those screens that you close to and pull it out. It's like a half screen. Like you close your window on top of it, but then it's a little screen part, probably about this much, where you can tell that if I pull this screen right here, I can get in this window. There's nothing else stopping me. I can see this. There's no lock on the window. There's nothing. So I start to look, and I'm like, well, nobody know if I go up in there. I said, hold on. Let me see if old dude's there. Now, I already knew the old dude's car. I know what he drives, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. So I run downstairs. I go back in the house. Climb back in. Now, no matter what, when I was on punishment, I got an identical twin. A lot of y'all don't know that. I have an identical twin. I'm just waiting for him to come home. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all see him in the fact factory as well. But I got an identical twin. So no matter what, when I was on punishment, that was my ace, regardless. He's going to bring me some food. He's going to spend a little time with me. This is my ace. He ain't on punishment. This is what we need. So boom. I wait until he come up the steps. So he come up. I'm like, what up, bro? He like, what up? I'm like, yo. Did you see the old dude? He like, I seen him leave a little bit ago. I'm like, his Buick's not out there? He like, no, why? Mind you, we're 12 or 13 years old. Matter of fact, we might be about to be 13. So I'm like, nah, no reason. I'm like, you sure though? He like, yeah, he left. He was like, probably a little bit ago. I'm like, All right. So now my brother, one thing about us when we was younger, right? When one of us would get in trouble, the other one would feel it. Or if we was on punishment, the other one would sacrifice. I would sacrifice, he would sacrifice. So at this time, he's like, he doesn't really want to sacrifice, and neither did I. But because we're best friends at the time, and we love each other, like we sacrifice. So he's like, do you want me to stay up here with you? Now, when he's asking me this, he's only asking me because he really doesn't want to. He wants to go outside, enjoy and play and all of that and stuff like that. But he will sacrifice because he knows on numerous occasions I sacrifice for him. So I say to him, I'm like, nah, bro, it's cool. Not today. You good. Go ahead, bro. Just come a little later and when I'm alone. He's ecstatic. He's happy about that. He's like, oh, all right. He gets up and you know what I'm saying? He go, he go. I'm gonna punish me. He ain't. But I love the fact that he was willing to sacrifice a few hours for me and stay with me, you know what I'm saying, instead of going outside. But me being a good brother that I am, sometimes I didn't want to do that to him. But at this moment, I got a little detectivism going on, and I need to see what's going on in this house next door. And I don't really want my brother around for the moment. I want to see what's going on first. So I listen, doop 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 doop. I hear him go all the way down the steps. I go to the edge of the steps. Make sure I hear anything. I don't hear any movement. I don't hear no dad. Now, once I'm in my room, they forget about me. There's everybody out there, so I think the coast is clear. So boom, I creep back outside. Now I'm on the roof. Now I start to looking around, make sure I can't be seen. I'm looking on through all the other windows. All right, I'm cool. So I turn around, look back at that screen door, that screen window. Nobody heard it. Placed it right on the side. Peeked my head in like this. Nobody in there. Now, the smell was old. That's a good word. The smell was, what's the word? Antique. That's the word I'm looking for. The smell was antique. It wasn't dirty. It wasn't clean. It was just like, it was antique. I'm like, now I started to scour the room. I'm looking around. I'm like, now my head is just inside of the window. And I'm seeing it's a nice, well-placed, old-fashioned bedroom. All right, you got your usual bed. It looked like a queen size, but it was made already. It was made. It was like a what's the word I'm looking for? The fabric of the comforter was like, it was patches. It was like old patches everywhere, and it was like, it was colorful. It was flowers and stuff. It was an old antique. It looked like an old lady's comforter, okay? So I see that. I'm looking, boom. I look over. I see an old dresser. I see these old, like, type piggy banks. I'm looking over. I look. I'm like, friggin'. My anxiety is going crazy. My curiosity is going crazy. Everything is going crazy. Like, I got to get in here. So I turn around. Scour all the backyards, make sure nobody's looking at me in none of the windows. I climb in. But I'm very, very stealthily. All right, man. I get inside the crib, looking around. I'm like, okay, it's quiet. It's quiet. I get my tiptoe on. I see the dressers. First thing I'm attacking is the dressers. Pull out the dresser. First thing I see is money. All right. It's about $60, $70. I'm like, oh, put that in my pocket. I'm like, cool. I see a green frog glass piggy bank. It's a frog, but it's a piggy bank. So I see that. I'm like, ooh, let me get that. I take that. Boom. So I start to look around. Then I see this old, it looks like a toolbox, but it's not a toolbox. When you open it, it's just a whole bunch of empty space. So I take that, but it's old though. It looks like some Indian in the cupboard stuff. So I open it, boom. I put the items that I already stole, I put them inside of the box that I just obtained. So I take that, boom. Then I'm looking around, start to look under the bed. Now, when I look under the bed, I see a whole square. It was like a half box. All right, that's the best way I can describe it. I don't know what that cylinder or that container is, but it was like a half box. But the half box had all these different compartments for different sized cylinders for coins. But the coins were all filled to the brick. All right. So I'm looking, there's about 50 cases inside of this box, and each one of them contain a cylinder with a different size of a coin. So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, just from looking at this is $100 easy, $50 to $100 easily. Okay, 12, 13. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is penny candy for life. Okay, Fruities for days. Back then, penny candy, Fruities was 1 cent. Okay, so only thing I can imagine is how many Fruities I'm going to be able to obtain. I'm not thinking of all the extra stuff for money. I'm thinking about Fruities and chips and candy and stuff. Okay, I wasn't one of them young boys that was. All right, I'm lying. All right, anyways. I ain't gonna go there because I was out there young. All right. So anyway, but at the time I wasn't thinking about nothing else. All right. So boom. So I see all this. Boom. So I grab it up. Boom. Now I put the box outside first, out the window. Then I take the coins and set them out. But mind you, I'm doing this real, real slow so it don't make any noise. I set it out the window. Now when I sit out the window, I can stand inside of the room, reach out the window and place it on the roof. Just from standing inside the room. That's how low, that's how the roof is, okay? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Okay. So I do that. Boom. So, go back. Put the screen exactly where it went. All right. Stealthily. Go back to my room. Go on my bed, put it all on the bed. Man, I'm looking at all the contents. I'm like, wow. First off, it wasn't $60. It was $90. Okay, it was $90. But it was something particular about these $90. When I'm looking at the bills, they're from 1898, 1902. I'm like, what? These are old bills, okay? So boom, I'm like, ooh. So then I grab the frog. It wasn't full. There was a couple coins in there, popping. Okay. Oh, now I'm looking at our coins. I see quarters. I see dollars. I see Canadian dollars. I see $2 coins from Canada. I'm seeing all dimes. I'm seeing all these different things. Buffalo nickels. I'm like, what the heck? So boom, in the midst of that, I hear my brother come up the steps. I'm like, who that? He's like, it's me. So he comes up and he's ready to start telling me about what's going on outside, who's playing and stuff like that. So when he walks up the steps, I hurry up and take the bed and go, phew. Now he come up, he's like, oh yeah, what you call him out there? We playing ring up. Da-da-da. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. Da-da-da. He telling me, I'm like, this is my best friend. This is my twin. I tell him everything. So I just take the thing from over the door. He like, whoa, can I have some? He's like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, look though. He like, yo, where'd you get all this? He's like, now I put the money in my pocket, so I pulled the money out. $90 to a 12-year-old? Come on, y'all. He's like, how you get that? I'm like, see? See? He like, yo. What? I'm like, come on, let's play coin toss. Now, he's not even thinking about going back outside. He wants to play coin toss. He's like, but I don't got no. I'm like, take a roll of quarters. So he takes a roll of quarters. Boom. Any of y'all know what coin toss is? Y'all don't? All right, I'm going to tell you how coin toss. Coin toss is this. Take a coin. I don't have one. I should have had one in my bank. But you take a coin and you throw it to the wall, okay? The closest coin to the wall that hit the wall, the closest coin to the wall picks up all the other coins, all right? So let's say we throwing dollar coins. Boom, boom. It hits the wall, boom. The distance from the wall to the quarter is your mark, okay? So when you toss a quarter, you got to stay at the same spot. Boom. Toss it, boop. You look at your mark. The other person tosses it, boop. Whoever is the closest to the wall picks up both quarters. That's how you play coin toss. So we up there, we getting it. I gave my brother half of the coins, I got half. We up there. Ping! Oh, look at on, leave him up there, leave him up there, leave him up there. It's like dice. So we in there, we getting it. Ping! Oh. So boom. This one particular time, my brother tosses the coin. Wham! So boom, I win. I collect. I go, oh, I got that. So I grab. It was quarters. So I reached down and grabbed the quarters. I'm like, now one of these quarters. Back in the day, it was a little insane. Okay, one of these quarters. I had the quarter. I'm like, yo, look at this. So I handed my brother the quarter. I'm like, huh? He was like, huh? It was a quarter front, but the back had the dollar back, like the woman standing up. Is that the Empire State? Sorry, I don't know, but I think the lady from the dollar coin is on the back of this quarter coin. So I'm looking. I'm like, we keep playing. Ping, ping, ping. So then my brother, he's tired of playing. He wants to know where I got it. He's like, all right, N.A., where'd you get it? Back then, a lot of y'all gonna laugh. When I was 12, my name was Yen Smigs. My name was Yen Smigs. Okay? All right, but anyways, so now I tell my brother, I'm like, yo, look, when I tell you, you cannot tell Wooper. All right? Wooper's our older brother. You know what I'm saying? And one thing we didn't want to do is we didn't want to tell him because, you know, he's going to bully us and he's going to take it, or he's probably going to inform our father. You get what I'm saying? So boom. I'm like, when I tell you, no matter what, you cannot tell Wooper. He's like, all right, I ain't going to tell Wooper. I'm like, yo, I got it from the next door neighbor. He's like, huh? He was like, the next door neighbor? He was like, that's why you asked me, was he over there? How'd you get in there? I'm like, yo, when you go out on the roof, his windows open the screen. I just took the screen out and went in. He's like, yo, let's go. I want to go. I want some coins. I'm like, yo, you can have all these. He said, bro, I want to go too. I want to find some stuff. I'm like, all right, look, well, I searched the first room. Let's go to the second room. He like, all right. He said, dude still ain't over there either. I ain't seen him pull up. I'm like, all right, come on, bet we over there. Now I got my ace boot cool. Now me and my brother, we ready to go get to it. You get what I'm saying? So boom, me and bro, we walk over there. Listen, I know I was a little manipulative, all right? But listen, you ain't have to fall for it. This is how I just do things, all right? So boom, I tell my brother, I'm like, yo, listen, when we get to the window, I'm like, yo, look, you gotta go first. He like, huh? Why I gotta go first? I'm like, because I weigh more than you. So if you go in and you're lighter than me, I was like, that means that the creaks in the floor is gonna prepare me for. I don't even know what I was saying, but it made sense to my brother because guess what? He went in first. All right. So my brother creeps in. I said, bro, don't be loud. Brother creeps in. Come on, nigga. He like, ain't nobody here. He said, boy, in here, come on. So I creep in. He started looking in the drawers that I already looked at. I'm like, bro, no. Go to the other one. I'm like, bro, you loud. He like, man, ain't nobody here. I'm like, bro, you're loud. They can hear us now. They can hear us in our house. All right. If we're loud, you can hear through the wall of us. All right. Because I can hear next door. All right. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, you loud, chill. So we creep into the other room. It's 2 rooms on the 3rd floor. So we go to the other one. Now, when we go to the other one, it was a chair just like this, sitting. I swear to goodness, I'm not making this up, and I did not do this for the prop. The chair was sitting. The only thing inside of this room is a chair and a big box, okay? The box is about like this, all right? That's the only thing inside of this room. The box is closed. So we walk up. Only thing, wooden floors. Take the box. Pop. It's cases about this big. All right? They're like this. They're about this thick. Cases. It's at least 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I don't know how many it is, but it's a big box full of little cases like this, all with 50-cent pieces, but they're necklaces. All right. They're like, you know, them stores back in the day, you go to the store, you pay like $2, you get a chain, and it got like a 50-cent piece in the inside. This is one of those chains. But there's a whole box full. Okay? A whole freaking box. So you're telling me there's at least $2, $3, $4, $500 in here. $200, $300, $400 in here. Because there's hundreds of these things. So I'm just looking like, this alone is rich for a kid. I'm rich. I'm like, yo, my brother's looking like, oh, he's like, come on, let's take it. I'm like, nah, that's too big. I'm like, just take a couple. He's like, man, but you got all that money, man. I'm like, bro, this is a lot of money right here. He's like, yeah, but they're coins. I'm like, bro, listen, let's just take a couple and then keep coming back. He's like, man, I want some money. So I'm like, you want to go downstairs? You thinking somewhere downstairs? He said, yeah, man, because you got all the money, man. He's like, I want to go get some money. So I'm like, matter of fact, did you look under the bed? I'm like, nah. So he was like, well, let's look under the bed before we go downstairs. I'm like, all right, cool. Say no more. We walk into the other room that we came into. We go back into that room. The room I thought I searched everything. We go back into that room. Boom. Walk over. Go under the bed. And it's 2 shoe boxes. Just 2. 2 shoe boxes. That's it. They're old shoes. They're like a girl's shoe from back in 1900s. I'm telling you, these are old shoes. But it's a shoe box. I'm like, slide it out, pull it up, boom. And I see envelopes, all right? A whole box, shoe box full of all of these envelopes that I don't know nothing about because I'm 12 or 13 years old. But one thing I could see sliding out of the envelopes are cash money, right? My brother picks him up. He's like, oh, he grabbed one, I grabbed one. We dart out the room, boom. Now, you want to hear the rest of this story? Keep tuning in because this is just part 1. Shout out to Tyra Johnson. This is for you. Listen, in the lesson today, don't be burglarizing no cribs. Don't be doing no dumb stuff like that. I was 12 or 13 years old and I learned my lesson. But look, that's part 1 of the $100,000 mistake. Okay.